So, I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today's not gonna be a normal stream. Not gonna, watch videos or play games or anything today. I kind of just have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and then I'm probably just gonna go offline after.
Is this goodbye? No, it's not goodbye. Not at all. Explain yourself. I will. There's some people that are saying some pretty crazy things. I haven't even gone on Twitter. I saw other things, and I'm like, damn. But I've been around for 10 years now. A lot of you guys know, pretty far away from this stuff at this point. But I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it.
Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as you saw the intro, a lot's been going on in the Twitch and Kick sphere as of late. Streamers are turning on one another. So Imaru, for all of those who don't know, but I'm pretty sure you should by now, she was assaulted at her TwitchCon event, and in doing so, afterwards she decided to speak up about it. And then after that, she felt the encouragement to then speak up about her abuse and assault by her ex-boyfriend, Mizkif. Now, I know nothing of Mizkif. I know nothing of Imaru. I don't know anything about them. But I thought it was interesting to go in and just see Mizkif's response to the whole spiel, figure out, we get his take on the matter, and just all around judge for ourselves what we think about it all. And me, as I delve into the state of decay of the internet, I love going over shit like this, and I'm happy to go over it with you guys here today. So let's get into this right now with Mizkif's response.
Each other. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself.
So as you can see with this first clip that we jumped to, I immediately have a problem with the idea of Mizkif. This whole relationship starts off with Mizkif wanting to just find someone he can farm content off of. Meaning, whoever he chooses, he just wants to use them for his gain. And it doesn't matter if they eventually get into a relationship. Right off the bat, the foundation is horrible. It's my opinion, of course, but it does not sound like this guy thinks highly of others if the whole purpose to have them is to use them for his own gain.
Go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone. That's it. And when...
Why would that be your argument? Hold up. So, your argument is, yes, I threw things at her, but that wouldn't be during fights. And that time she claimed I gave her a black eye was just a time I bruised her when I threw my phone towards her. And then in your own demonstration, you throw your phone, and which honestly, it looks like that if you didn't have the carpet, your phone could have broke. So like, what is this supposed to say? What is this supposed to mean? Yes, I did the thing she said I did, but I didn't do them as bad as she says I did. So yeah, whatever. What kind of fucking argument is that?
That's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brush my teeth.
Again, it doesn't really change the fact that she says you threw things around her, at her, and your response is, yes, but it wasn't during fights, and she bruises easily. So? That just means what you did caused her to be bruised. That doesn't take away just saying she bruises easily doesn't mean you suddenly didn't do the thing that caused the bruise. No, fuck that. Dude, fuck you. Hold up. Fuck. I don't know anything about this guy. I'm getting pissed. Shit.
We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain, but I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode. Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible, and my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Okay, so ignoring the chatter on his stream, spamming 7, completely interrupting him. This next argument is also very detrimentally stupid, in my opinion, and let me go over why. His argument is that she neglected rabbits. She abused her rabbits by not feeding them, watering them, taking care of them, and letting them basically just shit and live in filth. However, at this time of those rabbits being there, Emiru lives with Mizkif, meaning Mizkif lives with Emiru while she has the rabbits, meaning he is watching her abuse and neglect these rabbits day in, day out for who knows how long, possibly months, maybe even years. He's watching it happen, and his response to it all is, no, don't save the rabbits. No, don't help Emiru get rid of them or find them better homes. No, his response is, I'm going to watch it happen and then use it later on as an argumentative point when it inevitably comes out that I abused you. What kind of backwards, retarded, gay-ass shit is that? Mizkif let rabbits die and be abused in his own home to then later use it as a gotcha point in his own arguments. Mizkif, you're an idiot. Mizkif, you're equally responsible for those rats. Mizkif, you are an animal abuser as much as you claim Emiru is. Mizkif, you're fucking stupid.
Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying.
Mizkif didn't care. Mizkif spent all of his time playing League of Legends and Breast, sitting in his room, and it showed that he didn't care. Mizkif has proven I don't want him to be a father of any parent ever.
The fights from these times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her.
Again, in this stupid response, he's talking about how he just wants to use her. That's his whole spiel. He just wants to use her. He wants to use her for content. He wants to make money off her. That's it. There's no love. There's no relationship. It's just all me, 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 me. Dude, you're a fucking asshole. And this is your scorched earth. This is your demon mode to prove how right you are, is you talking about how you did everything she said she did. She said you did, but just not as bad, and you used her for content, and then you equally let rabbits die in your home because fuck her.
Safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
And now here comes the tears. Here comes the woe is me. My life is so hard and horrible. Dude, grow a fucking pair. You get accused of being abusive and sexually assaulting someone, and your response is, it wasn't that bad. And so what? And now it's, oh, I could have been better. No shit. You let fucking rabbits die in your home as a gotcha point, and you constantly brag about how you just want to use her for money. Yeah, you could have been better. You could have been a fucking human being, you little piece of shit.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times.
Mizkif, is it true that you abused Imru? Yes, Your Honor, but it's only fair because she threw plushies at me. That's your argument? I did everything she said I did, but she threw plushies? While your response is punching holes in walls, breaking doors? What? How is that even remotely equivalent? What the fuck is wrong with... What? You're dumber than fucking iDubbbz.
A common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got back together soon afterwards.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, first off, this entire event is completely opposite of what Imru described. But let's just go from his perspective now on the events. You guys go on a date. You start kissing her. You then try to make moves on her and do things to her. And her response is to scream in distress. And your response is to run away. Now, from your own perspective, you indicated you did something wrong. You crossed a boundary. You did something inappropriate. That's your perspective. That's your argument. And you're saying sorry now because you didn't before. And because so, it comes off that you assaulted her. That's your argument? Well, I'm sorry now. That's it. From your own perspective, from your own argument, you crossed the line. You crossed a boundary. You caused her to scream in fear. That's you. That's your argument. And your response is, hey, I know it's been a few years, so sorry. What the fuck? What the I'm sorry, am I retarded? Am I stupid? Do I have a brain aneurysm? Am I dating Anissa Jomha? What the fuck? Did I shock my dog? What the fuck is going on with this shit? Oh my god. Anybody who even remotely is defending Mizkif on this side of these arguments is fucking mentally retarded. I'm sorry. You are a lost cause. I didn't know what I was getting into to listen to this response, but I'm fucking triggered. I'm fucking pissed off. Calm down. Calm down. Take it easy. Take it slow. Mizkif, you're a punk ass bitch.
You a poopy bench, liar, liar, pants on fire. Can't you let me do my dance? I said, you a poopy bench.